So here's how I explain my farm to people when I meet them and they ask me about my farm. I say that I have about 40 fruit trees, which the number changes all the time, but maybe 30 right now. But I've planted over 100. Anyway, so I have fruit trees and vegetable gardens and chicken coop for eggs, and I breed dogs and I grow pot, and I make YouTube videos. That's my farm. I don't grow anything to sell. I mean, I've made a little bit of money on pot over the years, but it's never been more than 5 or 10% of my income. I used to make a lot of money selling pot back in the 80s, but I made way less growing it. But you know, I had all the pot I wanted, and all the pot anyone who came and visited me wanted. So you know, I mean, it's just another interesting thing. But you know, I'm breeding the CBD to the double rainbow strain. I mean, I've said that over and over in lots of videos. But so that's my farm. I don't grow anything to sell. The food I grow is for the people that are there to eat. I freeze, can, dry, or I have freeze, can, dry the fruits and the vegetables, and I have my fruit trees spaced out so that I can start getting fruit in June, and I can get fruit all the way up to almost Halloween. Yeah, a little bit, enough to eat, you know, where it's like, oh yeah, that's good. So this year I got 10 gallons of golden delicious apples, and you know, a bunch to eat, and that I can for apple pies or whatever with cinnamon and sugar, and 1 gallon of the Fuji apples, which I need to make sure it gets more water next year and prune it a little bit better. And what else? Oh, I might be able to get fruit even longer, because the orange tree hasn't given me fruit yet. So I have a water system. I have two 2,500 gallon tanks connected to each other above my house, which I can shut each one or both of them off, and that irrigates. Well, that feeds. Everything's all redundant, so I can fill my hot tub with that water, or I can fill it from the well. And when I drain the hot tub, it goes to the fruit trees and the vegetable gardens and the chickens. And when everything's working right, you know, I mean, it's a lot of upkeep. And the water system is like for fire protection. Yeah, I bred dogs. I'm not doing it anymore, but that was one of the things I did on the farm that, you know, helped me make a living.